Did you know that some people can't taste the difference between Coca-Cola and Pepsi? I feel sorry for those people. I mean, seriously, if you can't tell the difference between those two sodas, there's something wrong with your taste buds. Because there's a huge difference in taste. But that's just me. I'm a Pepsi man myself, so, you know. People always prefer Coca-Cola over Pepsi. It's just like, because you don't have the option for Pepsi. Especially if you go to places like McDonald's or some sort of fast food restaurant, they always go with Coca-Cola. Most likely because they're going to give them a better deal. They're not going to be so expensive. Let's go fight as well. As usual, we'll fight. Ooh, okay, I was gonna say. We'll fight as well, and then depending what time we get, I'll probably just skip through most of all the crap and get to the River Flame waypoints. I will be upgrading her bow. As much as I love her having Ravenclaw, she's only doing 25 to 86 damage, which is not a lot. And I prefer to her have a bigger damage bow instead of just having the explosive AoE, which is not really going to help us out in Act 4 anyway, so. What the hell I just picked up? Crap out of here. But back to going to the gaming PC thing like that. Once I'll probably wait till my next paycheck, and then I'll buy me my gaming PC. Once I actually get my game PC, either one I want from either eBay or from one of the other sites, I will inform you guys on YouTube and Twitter about it. And once I get it, in the future or whatnot, there probably will be a time period where there will not be any videos, just so that I can actually run a full diagnostic on it, make sure it actually works, test out different games, because if you're like new to YouTube or Twitch or whatever's like that, then you already know. Or if you've done YouTube and Twitch for years, then you already know. But for anyone who's actually thinking about doing YouTube or Twitch or something like that, Twitch I know nothing about, because tried it back in the day. It just work. You need two monitors, which is gonna be your best setup, and then your PC and something like that. But when it comes to like recording games, goddamn merc. One thing you'll have to realize, especially depending on your PC, is that OBS and media alone takes like 2 gigabytes to run, and then on top of whatever your game is. Now, most average games are going to be between like 4 to 8 gigabytes. And, if you're running something like 32 gigs, then you shouldn't really have to worry about that too much, because you're still going to leave you about like 22 gigabytes worth of run. But you also have to make sure that OBS is actually going to work with that game too. And I have tons of games I want to play. But the problem is most of them are extremely out of date, like Windows XP, Windows Vista, around that era. So around like mid 2000s, early 2000s, that will just straight up not either load at all, even through Steam, or will not work with OBS. And even if they do work with OBS, they'll get like really glitchy, or the window size won't work. So you have to be you have to really take your time to figure out like which games you want to run and how well they're going to work with OBS. Because right now my PC's only got like 8 gigabytes in it whatsoever, because as much as my motherboard can handle, my damn computer's so out of date. And doing that and then trying to run a game that's got like 4 gigs on top of OBS with the 2, that only leaves you 2 gigs to run your entire process, and it's just going to make your video really laggy or very skippy, or just make the game not run at all. So, henceforth the reason why I'm trying to get a game PC. But yeah, just be fair warned about that, because some games will require a lot more things than your PC actually has, which is common knowledge. But to anyone who's just new to that, then ask about. Souls are always kind of annoying, but normal difficulty, you really shouldn't have to worry about them too much. Let's say like no lightning resistance whatsoever. Merc, on the other hand, what level is Merc anyways? I'm gonna check that. Oh, she's also level 30, okay. The problem with shouts is they just don't last long enough until you max out the points. And I'd say like each one's like maybe 3 to 5 minutes at most, you know. But early stages they last maybe a minute and a half, and then suddenly it's just like done. Otherwise, I'm not really going to worry about battle command. It's okay. I mean, you only really need to put 1 point into it. Back in the day, when I was a newbie to barbarians, I would actually max out battle command, which is kind of your biggest mistake. The only thing that's really helping out is the extended duration of it, because it just increases all your skills by like 1 level. Not really that big of a deal. If it's ever going to be your first time playing the Barbarian, I highly recommend, depending on which type of one you're going to want to play, if you go in like the weapon and shield, go for Concentrate Barbarian. Solid build, you can never go wrong with it. If you want to do dual wielding, go two-handed or double swing into Frenzy. Really good, but you're going to leave yourself open. Masteries, it will just strictly depend on what weapon you're going to be using. Increased stamina, don't really need it, because eventually your stamina is going to get high enough to the point where it's almost never going to run out. Increased speed is going to be really nice for you, especially combining that with Frenzy, which is going to give you even more speed, so you can run around like crazy. Iron Skin is another good one. Max it out to a certain point where you can see it's only going to give you like 1 extra point to your defense. Same thing with natural resistances. I think I'm like solid maybe 10 points into that, and then work on your war cries. You definitely want to max out battle orders and shout, because that's going to increase your defense, it's going to increase your life, and you can be one of those barbarians that walks around with like 8 or 10k health depending on your gear and some of that too. So, but if you want more info and builds like that, I highly recommend Mr. Llama or Dobrunsky, since they tend to do more stuff like that on a professional side, compared to me, where it's just more like giving you easy guided experience. Our boy Iswal, always a tanky little shit. Iswal is always annoying. He's got like high physical defense. But you come in here with an Amazon and with, I think it's like Charge Strike, you just annihilate him. Come on, Izzy, you ain't gonna be able to attack me here, buddy. So a couple of fun facts for you guys, since we're here. They've decided to make bacon-flavored chapstick, which is interesting. If anyone was interested in that. The Guinness World Record for the biggest chicken nugget is 50 pounds. And so far, the oldest living person to be known right now is 117 years old. It's like, you make it to 100, that's like a big GG, but anything after that, it's like, it's just not worth that, you know. That's just my personal opinion. The people who are glad they're still like 100 plus and they're still alive, but you know, that's a whole different topic. But as you can see, our mercenary is constantly freezing Iswal in the background, so it helps out a lot. So I think I definitely made the right choice of actually sticking with a cold merc instead of the fire one. Let's see, I was saving up points for our barb.
Even fallen angels deserve freedom.
Let's see here, how we want to play this. Go to our shouts. Save our points, because I have certain stats from like Keithan's or deaths that give me increases that increased strength and dexterity. So I want to make sure I have the points to where I can start using Immortal King and stuff like that. I'm not going to worry about smashing the goddamn Soulstone because it's just not worth it. Get a points from material.
It is good. Thank you here.
Oh, and before you all forget too, June 21st is the Elder Ring DLC. I know a lot of people who are actually super excited for that, but if you've never played Elder Ring, it's kind of like a harder version of Dark Souls. So if you don't like the Dark Souls games, I don't think you'll like Elder Ring, but I'm super excited for that, though. It's going to be pretty awesome. Now, as you can see, so the percentage chance that crit strike is pretty much the same, 23%, but as you can see, damage and attack percentage actually goes up by like 5 points and 8 points like that. It's usually highly recommended you actually max out whatever your master are using, because crit chances usually probably just going to be the same, but it's more so the damage and attack rating is what you're really going to want. So, yeah, 73 to 100, 78, so it's not really going to increase it by that much, between 5 to 8 points. But 315 to 230 and 238, just regular attack, and then 319 to 241. So it's like really not that much of a damage difference, but over time, once you get better weapons, something like that, it should make a difference. And there are some fellow weapons that I do want that you have to be required like at least mid-30s to even use the goddamn things, or early to mid-30s. So, which will be changing out for those two. So, but Chaos Sanctuary is going to be really annoying, because usually on players 1, it's pretty simple to just run through the goddamn thing. But on player 7, you know, it's going to be a joy. What I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to restat our Barbarian and our skill-wise, so that I get the option to get Leap, so that I don't have to worry about going through the River of Flame, and then I'm going to reset him again back to his original things, because Leap only takes like 1 point. So, highly recommend you at least put 1 point into it. Leap basically works, the more points into it, the further he can jump. However, most people will usually go with Leap Attack, because I'm pretty sure it has the actually extended length that you would actually have if you maxed out Leap, but you need to have an enemy in order to attack them for it to work. So there is a caveat to that. You may hear carbon bias, I do apologize. And since that's the way we just came from, so it's like literally right there, where the hell is the goddamn entrance at? I'm assuming it's down here. You should have videos pretty much for the rest of the week too, so if I can't find a trailer reaction, which I think I might have a few stored away. The only problem is the videos are like weeks old, so it may be reacting to like a couple weeks old video, but at least it'll give you something to see my reaction for. So just heads up on that. Oh, inner charm. Where the hell is this goddamn entrance at? Usually it's up top. I'm pretty sure I didn't run by it. Here, a person walked by, so I apologize. Interesting. Unless it's like over there. No, wait, it's like right there. Somehow I walked past him. Probably just by rambling on anyways. If you're here to hear me ramble, much appreciated. If you're here for a Diablo 2 video of me not rambling on about Diablo 2 or other world life crap, then you're shit out of luck. Just throwing it out there, because people don't like that too. They rather you talk about the game than actual real life stuff. It's just like, welcome to my videos. These guys going down pretty easily, which is a good sign. The other thing too is with Hellplague, it gives you the 2 to fire skills, and it's only level 22. It's can be really nice too if you plan to use something like a sword, shield, sorceress. I mean, you don't technically have to use a sword. If you plan to use something like an orb, it's a different story. But with orbs and stuff like that, they only give you to certain skills, whether it be cold, lightning, or fire. Especially if you're making a fire sorceress, so they'll give you like 1 to Inferno and like 2 to Firebolt. But those are the only ones that give it to you. Only bonus 2. But with that one, it gets you to all fire skills. So everything in your skill tree, as long as you have it unlocked. It's also great for a fire druid too, which is almost never played because a fire druid is pretty much completely useless, especially in hell difficulty when almost everything is immune to goddamn fire. So be wary of that if you decide to make a fire druid. Hurricane druid's always the best way to go, whether for PvP or for PvE, because hurricane does cold and physical damage, so kind of balances itself out when you go against like ghost enemies. Okay, you guys are taking a little more hits than I know. We're at 16 minutes. We'll see how far we actually get here. Goddamn, they're annoying. Prefer to fight them over Oblivion Knights though. But since that's our first enemy, I'm wondering what our rest of our enemies are going to be. Because normally you'll have pit lords combined with the corpse guys, the corpse eater shooter guys. Oh, they're pit lords. And that's where the Hellforge is. I'm not bothering with that crap because normal act Hellforge is just not worth it. So that's 2. What's our third? Okay, we get the corpse guys. So we actually got lucky because usually you'll get something like the pit lord guys mixed with the not Oblivion Knights. How are they called? Abyssal Knights. And then combine them with the Udar guys, which can be really annoying as you're getting continuously stun locked while you're getting frozen and poisoned at the same goddamn time and then shot with physical projectiles. So, kind of makes River of Flame like really annoying. But apparently River of Flame is actually a really good area for high rune farming. However, it can be extremely dangerous because those guys are immune to poison, those guys are immune to cold, pit lords are immune to fire. I want to say Abyssal Knights are immune to lightning. And then you have Stormcasters, or what the hell their versions of them are called. They're also immune to lightning too, so a good magic or physical user has a really good shot in this area. But I want to say they recommend you use a blizzard sorceress, I think. But I could be completely wrong on that. I don't ever farm River of Flame because it's just too damn annoying to deal with all the immunities and stuff that you have to worry about. Lower Kuros is still going to be a bad area. Especially playing like Sorceress, you can easily get in there and get out. You can farm the champions or any mini bosses in there and have a good chance of dropping high rune, but it's usually the grand chest you want to go for since there's like six like grand chests at least. So you have odds of pretty decent getting one. Okay, we're at like 18 minutes here, so we're not getting this goddamn thing. Alright, so we'll end the second video here. We didn't get to the waypoint, but it's whatever. I'll get that off screen anyways. So either way, stay safe, healthy, sanitize, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave comments below. Like I said, if I can't find a trailer reaction for Wednesday, then we'll basically just add another Diablo 2 video into that. And I'll continue to keep you guys updated on the Twitter and YouTube and stuff like that. So, yeah. So stay safe, healthy, sanitize, drop a like, subscribe, leave comments below if you haven't said already. And I'll see you guys in the next Diablo 2 video. See you guys.